welcome back to another live stream. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a solo game with Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishments. As you guys can see, this is labeled episode 1. I haven't played this game in, I want to say, over 2 years now. So I figured I will take it out of my nice dresser drawer and I'll play it again because I actually really enjoyed this game when I had first originally played it. There are 5 cases, and so each case will be a different episode. And as you guys can tell, this is episode number 1. Number uno. I almost said something weird there. Sorry. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start this up. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy watching me play today. And leave your thoughts and comments in the live chat. I'm always watching. Promise, I'm not Big Brother, but I am always watching. Oh, I would also like to mention that this game is rated M for 17. The only really bad thing in it that I've ever noticed is it is a bit gory. I'm going to change some options here in a sec. It is a little bit gory. Nothing major, nothing super bad, and it does have a couple swear words in it. So again, nothing super bad. I'm going to go ahead and turn a lot of this stuff down. Start a new game. Because I don't want to sit there forever. It just explains every single character that's in it. So the first case is called The Fate of Black Peter.
Holmes. Holmes, will you stop that? You are utterly mad.
Just check in and make sure that the volume is super weird on the stream. Sorry about that, guys.
Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded? You...
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
Probably.
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone, then.
Alrighty. So I do apologize. Some talking parts will get a little long, but I do have to watch them because it explains a little bit. I do want to mention that this game does take place, you know, in Victorian time in London, England. As you can see from the beautiful work outside. Gotta get into some outfits. Let's see. I think I like the grey one. And there it is. Just use the small exit because I'm not gonna worry about putting a hat on him because none of his hats look good. They're all weird looking hats. Oh, gotta hit. Gotta leave first. So, yeah, I forgot to mention that this is also based off of a book called Crime and Punishments. As we saw, Watson was reading in the first, as we saw in the first cutscene, Watson was reading a book called Crime and Punishments, and kind of what this is based off of. And now we sit through the carriage ride. Beep, 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 beep. And we've arrived at the crime scene, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we have worked out for us. Dun, dun, dun.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Maybe I don't want to. Can I go up this way? I can. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was like, I don't know how to make him run. I figured it out, guys. I'm so smart.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
You hear a terrible scream and think, okay, I'm not going to question it.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually, whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
So this is basically where we just do a search of her. There's something I missed. What in the world did I... Wait, is something over here? Oh. I did miss that. So then there's something over here that I missed. There it is.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes. Life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
Alright, so what happens is as you're talking to someone, you do have a little search on them, as you will. And you find out more about this person, as we found out with her. You found the crest on her book, the gloves, the cross that was on her bracelet. So he'll mention something about it, and then you have that quick, I want to say like 5-10 seconds that you have to click the button and quickly come up with a reason as to why you knew what was happening. And most times you have to get it right or it'll kick you back out and you'll have to do it again. So, quick thinking, ladies and gentlemen. This is a beautiful garden though, look at this. She lives in that house all by herself and he lived in there, in the shack. I'm gonna examine the garden.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Using a special ability, we should be able to see something. Oh, there we go. There they are.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Quite large indeed, dear sir.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Okay, you ready, guys? Ready? Boom!
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see. These scratches are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Alright, now we go in. Looks pretty normal, yeah, wouldn't you say? And there he is.
What a terrible way to die. This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps. The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain. Harpoons for hunting whales. The ship's log.
I don't know why it keeps telling me it's of interest.
Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting. Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8.
I don't know yet. I don't know if he's home yet. I'm actually
Someone
appearing
drank from
offline
this
right
glass
now
recently.
and hiding. But shh, don't tell him.
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work. This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Oh, I can only move that back and forth, though. I don't like these puzzles. I can only move it out and in? See ya! That's good.
Yes. This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
That was quite
Rum,
infuriating,
a
actually.
sailor's drink. It seemed that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
But there's 2 glasses. Dun dun dun. Oh, here's the body.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong. Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. You gotta be a little more exact about some details.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook. The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Still not exact
This
information.
blood is from the pool
I don't know.
underneath the dead body. This wooden handle is plain and solid. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed. Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
Alright, so this is where we usually get some information and we can connect them together to kind of help us pinpoint what might have happened. Much like that.
Ha! Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Anything else? Yeah.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded. The sh Dundee. Hammerfest. It's a whaling map.
Whaling map.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky,
And why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Mr. Holmes?
These boots don't match the footprints.
Keep getting stuck on everything on this map. What more do I need to investigate, though?
This place is... An object was taken from here. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book.
Oh, that's what I meant. Okay.
I cannot leave yet. I am not finished here.
Oh my goodness, but we are. We'll run around in circles.
Mr. Holmes?
it out. Not gonna be allowed in there, nope.
Mr. Holmes?
Yeah, I'm not very good at playing video games.
We need to find a good place for an ambush.
Oh,
Perhaps behind
I
Carey's
see.
cabin,
Okay, so
near
we're
the window.
supposed to be looking for somewhere to hide. I wish my book would have told me that.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Could have been here 20 minutes ago. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. We have a chase, hunt, shall I say, going on in the case. When your live chat becomes an ongoing hunt. Live person hunt. I have to wonder if they sat there and waited all day.
Shh. Did you hear that? There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there.
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocence? And what are you
What are
doing,
you doing
in his cabin?
cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't. I'm not... It's a terrible mistake.
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful
That's
to you,
true.
Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector. But please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
I mean, they could always ride horses all day, and then, I don't know. It just seems a little suspicious that they stayed there all night. Then again, it's a video game, so it probably doesn't make much logical sense.
These are the suspect's belongings. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean a pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin. A handkerchief with the initials JHN. From R. Dawson. And partner, 1883. To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
And we're at the morgue. 1883 Dawson. Let's see if that means anything. There we go.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Back to Scotland Yard we go. I'm so used to the other games, GTA and Siege, where you have to click the L3 to run. Let's talk, kiddo.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes. Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time.
Goodness.
He set sail for
Human chips
Hammerfest in
ahoy.
Norway
Ruin
in
it
his
for
small
everyone.
yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan. The sea
then do
knife
your
was
job,
found near
Sherlock.
Carey's body. Tell
Gosh.
me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner.
And now we inspect the end kit. There's something I'm missing in between the elaborate buttons and the calluses.
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Let's see what else we can piece together. I'm gonna go here really quick and continue piecing some stuff together.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Plot twist, it was actually Sherlock Holmes that did it.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible, but if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely. I need to take a harpoon with me.
Oh, I have to go here first. Hey, Anna! I'm becoming a detective for today.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test. Holmes, you should try to aim better and throw... The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through. Holmes, you should try to aim better and throw as hard as you can.
I don't like this. Oh, bull. I was not even aiming there. Gotta get this right, gotta get this right. I can't get this right, can't get this right. Thank you.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
I say pure luck. Had to have been pure. Okay, so let's see. What do we decide? A strength or a lucky throw? I'll say it was strength right now. Thank you to everyone who is sticking around and watching me play this game. I haven't played this game. This game came out in 2014. I haven't played it since 2015, so I'm still trying to get used to some of the stuff. Let's see, do I have
My
anything?
archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
Let's see, what should we do? Just telling me who the characters are? Okay. Alright, let's go try to talk to the young kid again and see. Let's see what he has to offer. If I can't talk to him, I'll open my deductions and switch him out, because I might have messed up a little bit. In case I forgot to mention, this game is kind of like a type of choose-your-own type of adventure. As you guys have probably already could tell, there are some things you can't choose, but when you're doing the deductions and everything, it's all choice. You can choose, is it a lucky throw or a fret of strength? Let's see if we change it to this. There's nothing else in here. Okay, never mind. So I'm gonna go back to what I had originally. Retrieving the notebook. We still have yet to get anything for that. So let's go talk to that young kid. Let's go talk to that young lad.
What am I doing here? I've done
Maybe
nothing
not.
wrong.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Oh, we can see, but I don't think the ship's logs were there when we were originally there.
1883. That's the one I need.
That's what I need.
This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. This log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Log notes for August. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Just got a call to arms. I'll probably join you guys on GTA once I'm done with this. If you guys are still on.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
One part ends, the next part begins. Off to Scotland Yard. It's taking a lot longer than I thought this was gonna take. Oh. It's only episode 1. Only case.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
Or so I think.
These are the suspect's belongings. Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5. The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals. A pen. Nothing unusual about it. Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see. That's all for now.
Hey, Fox came in. And off to Baker Street we go.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
So let's do blue. And then white. Then green. I hope this doesn't blow up on me. And then orange. Another orange.
No, something isn't right.
Oh, crap.
I need to start the reaction
No.
from the beginning
No.
again.
Oh no.
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Okay, so okay, so let's do okay, so maybe it's blue, blue, green. This is why I'm not gonna become a chemist. And then orange. And clear. And then orange, then clear.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction
so we'll
from the
do blue.
beginning
Okay, we'll
again.
do everything the same except we'll do 2 oranges and then 2 clears, I think. Nothing's up with me much. Just trying to figure out how in the world. Ooh, maybe is it green and then. Shallow. Stop it. Just playing a game. What's up with you, Fox? I haven't talked to you in like forever. We'll do blue, blue, green again because I think that works. And then. If this doesn't work, I'll end up skipping it, but... I did that last time. This isn't gonna work either. 'Cause it's gotta be right after this.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more time and then I'm skipping this part. Okay. So let's try green first then. Then we'll do blue. Oh, that's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Because it's not after the third. Yeah.
No, something isn't right.
Didn't think so. Okay, I'm skipping.
I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Oh, it's quite an interesting letter.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Pull this up and let's see if there's... No, I can't examine anything. That's weird.
A new suspect.
We'll go to Scotland Yard. Investigate him.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what
That
did you
might
hide?
be it. And I
Hide?
skipped over that
What are you talking
little
about?
mini mission, so I don't have to do it. Oh, wait, crap.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
It is something special. Never
You're
gonna
a
become a
smart
chemist in my
one,
life. I
but
tried.
it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now.
No deductions just quite yet. No, I wanted... That was my fault. Crap. If I'm not mistaken, we need to come talk to the newly widowed woman and talk about Liam.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Thank you, madam.
We'll go check out those footprints with Liam's boots, and we'll see if they are in fact match. Ah, man.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
Dun dun dun. Okay, there we go. anything new. What if we change this just really quickly? Nothing connects. Okay, not yet. That young Liam Hurtley again because someone's lying. Gonna get busted.
Please escort this
Gotta
suspect
start
for
speaking the truth,
interrogation.
Liam. Maybe.
Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
Oh, bull.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
No, but it means you were at the presence.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Gardener. Ooh.
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
Oh, I want Woodman's Lee. He sure did.
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh, my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam. Let's see what could be hidden here.
Ooh, is that the box? Oh, it is.
Let us see what is in this box.
I can do a puzzle. One of the, many puzzles, and I can only do one. Okay,
A
that
bundle
makes
of
me feel
letters
so much
in a
better
woman's
about
hand
myself.
with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
And the plot thickens. Dun dun dun. Alright, let's go see. Can we talk to her? Can we confront her now? You lied to us.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
Oh, what are you talking about?
She's in so much denial.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
And she's crying. Oh, we did it. We did it, guys. We made her cry. I kind of feel a little bad, but... let this be a lesson. Don't have an affair. So we're gonna go back and continue to... oh, okay, never mind. So let's see, what options do we have? Was it harmless flirting or desperate jealousy? I think it was desperate jealousy. What do you guys think? I'm gonna click desperate jealousy for right now.
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see. This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch.
That's true, Anna.
Wiggins,
It really does.
could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
Sometime later.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, let's see. Now what else do we have?
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
I gotta get out of my pretty outfit now and change into a sailor outfit. It's not complete. We have... why not? Dress him up. Have some fun with it.
Now I can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
No, no. You don't get to see him naked. I know, I'm kind of sad about that too.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling on arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
Oh, goodness gracious. Can I let my stamina go up a little bit? Gotta wait for his face. I'm gonna end up losing this. I don't like doing some of these missions on this. He is determined. Good thing I'm determined too. Goodness gracious. That's not good. You know, in real life, this wouldn't be going on this long. Video game men, especially. For Pete's sake. I mean, truly, this is all for Peter's sake. Trying to figure out who killed him.
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
I'm ready to try again.
Oh, for
Fine.
frick's sake.
If you want me to take all your money.
I don't want to do this.
That's the arm that killed 100 whales. Care to lose another 10 shillings?
We will examine him. I don't feel like playing that again. My hands hurt so much from doing that.
Ah, I've had enough.
Come back later, when you can use your arms again.
Oh man, dearie. I have to
I'm
win
ready.
like 2 things of these. I'm gonna skip this. Booyah.
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're
I'd like to buy you a drink.
good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink. You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm
Just
wrestling to
about to
pay
open
for
one
my
of my friend's
drink.
Snapchat stories, and I was like, no, probably shouldn't. I don't know what music she's got going
A
on in the
harpooner.
background.
Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Of course. It's been a dozen years since I've sailed. I've seen everything. With old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger, we sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumours about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar and violent too, swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in the dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
And who was he?
I dunno. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. Those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us, all right?
Of course. Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
Here it is. Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe. If you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
So we're gonna go ahead. Ooh, alright, we have choices. The pouch proves him guilty. The pouch proves he visits. I think it proves he was there. I don't know if we necessarily want to go with. We still need an explanation for this. Okay, let's go back to the clues. Let's see. No, they don't match. Okay, never mind. Okie dokie. Let's go back to Scotland Yard.
What am I doing here? I've done...
I'm not saying another word.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes?
So I've already searched. Let's go back up to Baker Street. Almost 2 hours. This episode is mad.
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
You met Patrick Cairns, the harpooner. Do you believe he's the murderer?
I must have done some deduction wrong or something, because what if we did harmless flirting? And then it would be yeah, those contradict each other. I'm just messing around with this right now to try to figure out what. No. Okay, well, let's see. thinking it was probably harmless flirting. And the reason I say it is because with him being a gardener, I saw some of those tools in that shed. They could have killed him a lot easier than putting a harpoon through someone. So I'm going to say it was harmless flirting. Because if he had truly wanted to kill him, I think Hartley was innocent. I think if Hartley truly wanted to hurt Black Peter, he could have used the sickle that he was in the tool shed. That would have killed him a lot quicker than having to be able to have so much strength to put a harpoon through someone's thick body. So, I think he was innocent. I just wish I knew what more clues I'm missing. Michelle. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. They are, and that's why normally when you have a harpoon, you have to have someone who's pretty skilled, especially throwing it through a body all the way to pierce even the wall, which is usually made out of a hard wood. They're made to go through whales, they're not made to go through human beings.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Can I talk to her, or is she still gonna continue to cry?
Leave me alone, please.
Yeah, she's still gonna continue to cry. No, that's sushi. Shallow, you fail at sushi. I'm lost right now. What am I supposed to be doing? Let's see if there's something here I'm supposed to do. I'm missing clues somewhere. I was already here and tried to talk to everyone, and everyone's like, no,
How was
you
the investigation
can't talk
going,
to me.
Mr. Rowe?
I'm too good for you. Wait, can I go down to the body? Is the body even down here or no? That's not, I didn't think so.
What am I doing?
I'm not saying...
Oh, man, I'm missing something. Certificate. Where would I go for a bond certificate?
Mr. Holmes?
Alright, well, we'll go up to Baker Street and find out if I can find anything in there.
This is where I keep my archive. I can always my archive. I can always consult with it.
You met Patrick Cairns, the harpooner. Do you believe he's...
My analysis table. It is useful for my work. A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
And this is Watson's room. I'm just gonna walk through his room. Look at this beautiful room. Mine's so much nicer. Watson got the bad room. I got the room with the beautiful view. Look at my beautiful room. So much better. Alright. Let's go back to Woodlands Lee and find out if there's something on the wall that I missed, because I had to have. Be careful, Chips Ahoy. I know a couple people who are looking for you. I looked at that and I didn't see anything interesting.
Old navigation.
Those two don't line up with each other, and I'm missing clues somewhere, but I don't know. Let me find something out really quickly. first mission. I'm already getting stuck on this. I don't know how I feel about
At
this.
your service, Mr. Holmes.
Has to be something. That's why, because we didn't examine.
These are the suspects.
We examined. Oh my goodness gracious! I'm gonna go jump off a cliff here in like 2 seconds.
I wonder if these are connected. Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
Okay, let's go talk to the youngin. Why are you telling me there's an exclamation? Oh, because the missing papers and the break-ons not work. Okay, let's see. Retrieving the notebook or looking for papers? Made in order to recover the notebook that had been lying in the pool of the victim's blood. This proves the guilt of the person who made these attempts. I don't think that would necessarily mean he was guilty. Milligan was looking for his father's papers inside, but thinking he might have been looking for the papers. I think 2 people had to have been working together on this. Alright, so Milligan's motive. I think he's innocent. He doesn't seem to fit it. Alright. Let's see. Once we have a little more information, we'll go ahead and really make some conclusions, but I do need to see if I can talk
Please
to John
escort
Milligan.
this suspect for interrogation. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, they belonged to my family, but I could not find them there.
That's all for now. Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go. I'm innocent.
I know how you feel, Anna. The reason I'm thinking it may not be the gardener is slightly because of, let's see if we make that, those 2 line up. There we go. The reason I don't think it was Hartley is because he could have used any tool in the shed that he had access to, because he did have access to that tool shed, and there were some tools in there that probably could have killed him a lot faster, quicker, without using as much strength as it would for a harpoon. So I'm thinking it was that sailor. The reason I think that is because he saw and knew that Peter had killed the kid. But I mean, it could be anything, honestly. It could be desperate jealousy. And then he would have a motive. And we don't have an answer, though. Is it my stream or the... or is it your computer, Shallow? Oh! Yeah, they don't. They... doesn't match. Do we have any other clues? Okay, well... we'll exit and see if there's anything else I need to do. Otherwise, we're gonna probably close it. Well, I think the sailor is guilty. So I'm gonna go ahead and... see, and then this is also where you have some issues coming up where you choose a lot. Aunt Carrion's confronted Black Peter and Black Peter got mad. I'm gonna say it was self-defense. Ah, now you tell me, Shallow. Because remember, think about it. Okay, so before I hit X to continue on with this, remember the wife even said that he would drink and then he would get upset and then angry. But you have to remember, Shallow, I don't think you were here for that part. This sailor, Karen, did not like Black Peter. He hated him.
Must be at the wrong address. I'd like to speak with a ship's captain, a Captain Ahab. Is that you?
No, my name is Sherlock Holmes.
That detective fella? So, you wanted to see me?
That is correct. We need to talk.
About what?
About Black Peter, who was killed in his own hut with a harpoon.
You know, don't you?
Yes.
How?
The tobacco pouch. You recognized it.
Oh, the sailor. It was you. Unbelievable. Well, fine. I confess. But if you really do know everything, you should also know that I didn't want to kill him. He made me do it.
I know. Did you know about this story with the bond certificates? Did you need money?
Yeah. I just wanted him to cough up a little silver. I'm out of work, and I thought maybe he could help me. Well, he refused outright, and he insulted me. I reminded him I knew all about that murder he committed at sea in 1883. Then he got mad when I spoke about his treasure. I barely just had time to throw the harpoon at him before he could jump at me with his knife. You know the truth. What will you do now?
I ask that you return the bond certificates. Keep some of them. You will need them in your exile. It is better that you leave the country for a few years.
And you won't say anything to the police?
I will not say anything as long as you return the money.
Well, I'll do as you ask. But what about Inspector Lestrade?
I will deal with him. Goodbye.
Sometime later.
It's good that you asked me to come, Mr. Holmes. We do need to talk.
About what?
What do you mean? Our case, Mr. Holmes. You sent me a message via your little thug.
His name is Wiggins, Inspector.
Telling me that the case is solved. Well, Mr. Holmes, tell me, who is our murderer and where is it?
The morgue.
Eh?
His name is, or rather was, Pablo Coventral. He was also on the ship with Peter Carey, and he was a harpooner. I'll tell you everything, Inspector, but do calm down. Mrs. Hudson will bring us tea and orange cake.
Orange cake? You're spoiling me, Mr. Holmes. That's my favourite.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Inspector Lestrade told me that I should thank you for clearing my name. He also said that you were waiting for me here. I came as fast as I could. I cannot thank you enough. It is all because of you that this nightmare is finally over.
I believe that this belongs to you.
My father's securities. Incredible! But how did you get them?
It would take far too long to explain.
Tell me. This is extraordinary. You are a genius.
Then that may serve as an explanation. Goodbye, Mr. Nelligan, and good luck.
Goodbye, Mr. Holmes. And thank you. 1,000 times thank you.
Alright. So, I'm gonna go ahead and check my conclusion. And it was right, guys. It was right. Alrighty. I'm just gonna go with that because I do agree with that. Alrighty. So, I think that is gonna be the end of the stream for today. And episode 1, as you guys can see, I don't want to start the next case already. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I know at times it was pretty long and pretty annoying. Even for me, it got somewhat aggravating. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you guys I hope you guys enjoy the new series. Watch for episode 2, which may be coming out sometime this week, maybe next week. Depends on what's on my schedule, because I do want to try to get a new video out for you guys Wednesday, and I may be doing a live stream later. So, if I got it wrong, I'd probably cry, actually. No, I'm kidding. But, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for coming out to the stream. If you're not already subbed, please hit that subscription button. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button. I love you guys. Thank you for everything, and I will talk to you guys later.